Today we'll have final session and we'll do minor revision of whatever we have studied so far and the basic things. Why should we do this? Yeah. So I'm sharing my screen and I'm sharing all of my screen.
Recording has started.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, sir.
So we started with this session, and the first thing that we talked about is why are we doing this session? So obviously, we all are learning Python for employability. Right? So to be employable, you need to have good marketable skills, and Python is definitely one of it. And other part is we are doing machine learning, which is and data science, which is definitely the best thing that is happening. So you all are on right track about learning Python. That will definitely add to your skill set and employability. So that is important. Then the next thing we talked about was job interview preparation, and I think it came. Somebody asked about it as well. I think Desh asked about it. How can this help? So and how do we prepare for job interviews? So I had given example of HackerRank as one of the platform where you can go and test your skills. There are a lot of questions that are available. You can do coding and a lot of things can be done there. So you should definitely try out such platforms like HackerRank where you can code and do it. So when you go for job interviews, a lot of companies actually use HackerRank as one of their platforms for testing skills of prospective employees. So what they will do, and I talked about it earlier, was that they will basically prepare 8 or 10 questions and then give it to people and then ask them to solve it. And then we talked about proctored exams. So if you're going to company's campus, they may do it proctored, or normally when you're doing it from home, it may not be really proctored, but yeah, that's a possibility. So you should be prepared for it. That's why, you should know that there are exams which are proctored. They will ask you to write programs which will basically test your knowledge as well as your capability. And other part of interview is aptitude and attitude. So that's also very important thing that is tested when you go for interviews. They may give you a very hard problem to solve, which they know that you cannot really solve it, but they will still give it because they want to check your attitude towards problem solving. How do you solve problem? Whether you're giving up too soon, or you're trying it out. So as a general tip, if you get any complex problem, don't say that I don't know, I can't really solve it. Give it a shot, and as you may make progress, you may actually solve the problem. But even if you don't solve it, it will tell your attitude that you are trying to solve a problem. Maybe you could not solve it, that's okay. And when you are doing that, your aptitude will obviously come out, that you are asking right questions to solve problem, or you are breaking it down so that it moves in right direction. So those are all very important things, and you are all in a very good engineering college, Government of Engineering College at Jain. It's not easy to get into this kind of college anyway. So your aptitude is definitely there. It should come out in such interviews, and what helps is your attitude towards problem solving. So keep this in mind. These are all very important things for getting selected. You may know a lot of things, but if you don't have previous information about these things, you may still fail. So these things will definitely help. Anup sir, Shalan sir, anything you want to add on here?
Yeah, actually, I want to add thanks Rajiv for a nice background and nice ground preparation. मैं इसमें ना एक चीज ऐड करना चाहूंगा यहाँ पे कि मतलब ये आपको है ना इंटरव्यू में कैसा किया जाएगा कि आपको 4-5 टफ प्रॉब्लम दे देंगे और 1-1.5 घंटे का टाइम दे देंगे और आपको छोड़ देंगे कि आप कॉलेज के कंप्यूटर सेंटर में जाओ और वहां पे जो है प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करो और फिर सबमिट करो. तो इस तरह से आपको प्रॉब्लम देंगे और ये जो उसमें मेनली आपको है ना जो प्रॉब्लम्स देंगे वो लोग वो डेटा स्ट्रक्चर पे ही होंगे प्रॉब्लम्स. तो वो जो मैंने आपसे इंटरव्यू की जो किताब शेयर करी है वो गूगल ड्राइव पे, वो किताब अगर आप पूरी करोगे तो आप 5 में से 4 प्रॉब्लम तो बना ही दोगे. बस इतना ही बोलना है मुझे.
और अदर थिंग आई लाइक टू ऐड अबाउट दैट बुक इज, अगर आप बुक को देखोगे तो इट इज सो मच फोकस्ड ऑन डेटा स्ट्रक्चर, बिकॉज data structure gives a common foundation for all programming languages, and I'll show that later on again, that how data structures are helping. So that's why it's very important to learn data structures, and that's the reason we took this session. Okay, I'll move on. Anup sir, any comment from your side before I move on?
नहीं, आई थिंक टेक्निकली तो तुमने और शैलेंद्र ने सही बताया कि जो क्वेश्चंस आते हैं वो प्रैक्टिस करके कर सकते हैं, लेकिन एटीट्यूड वाली जो बात है उसके लिए सर्टेनली आई वुड सपोर्ट कि जो भी इंटरव्यू होता है वहाँ पे यू हैव टू शो कि यू हैव एटीट्यूड टू सॉल्व प्रॉब्लम्स, जो कि जैसे यहाँ पे अभी पढ़ाई के लिए जो एटीट्यूड दिखाया है दैट कुड बी वन ऑफ द एग्जाम्पल। तो इन सब चीज़ों के लिए केवल बोलने से नहीं जाएगा, एग्जाम्पल देने पड़ेंगे। तो ये एग्जाम्पल यहाँ जो कर रहे हो उससे सब दिखा सकते हो कि जो भी बड़े बड़े केस स्टडीज सॉल्व किए हैं कि 1-2 महीने की पढ़ाई के बाद में केस स्टडीज सॉल्व किए, दैट शोज एटीट्यूड, एंड दैट्स एग्जैक्टली कंपनी देखना चाहती है कि जो भी एम्प्लॉय लिया है वो खुद फाइट करके प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने का एटीट्यूड है या नहीं है।
Right. Yeah, and software engineer job is all about problem solving. So you have to be very good at problem solving. So the focus areas that we took in this training was problem solving approach, how to break down problem into small pieces and move it forward. And again, in today's example, we'll look at that again. We talked about functional programming and how Python supports it. It is very important. And since we are doing Python, the Pythonic way of thinking is very important because it is very different from traditional programming languages, which is like C++, Java, and other things. They don't support a lot of features which are available in Python, and that's what makes Python programs very different and small as well. But small program is also complex to understand. So, but once you know the Pythonic way of thinking, it will help. Other important thing I wanted to talk about was people are sucked into they get what do you say, एक नाम रहता है ना बड़ा कि I am doing machine learning, I am doing data science. So that is great, but what happens is even if you solve any machine learning, data science kind of problem, 75% of the work or 75% or more work will be data preparation, data feature selection, or cleaning data and finding the right data and presenting it in the right way so that the analysis can be done. So this is a very important part. So unless your fundamentals of Python are strong, you will not be able to do that. And that's where a lot of jobs will also lie. I mean, data science ka kaam maybe 15-20% rahega. But after that work will start only after you have a solid foundation. After you have looked at the data set, you have removed it, you have removed the records which are not necessary. You have put mean values or average values or mode, median value or whatever. I mean, based on the demand of the situation, whatever base work you have to do, the foundation that is needed will take 75 to 80% of the work. And if you do that job properly, तभी आपका जो भी algorithm आप apply करने वाले हैं वो ठीक से काम करेगा. So it's very important to have good Python and machine learning के जो statistics or other things that we talked about. You should have good foundation of it. So once you do that, then you can be successful as a data science, or you can apply any particular machine learning algorithm. So foundation is very important. So please work on good foundation, right? अगर आपकी foundation अच्छी रहेगी तभी आप ऊंची मंजिल की building बना सकते हो, right? Otherwise, so it will become 1-story or 2-story building, right? Okay. Then we talked about importance of vocabulary. So once you have good vocabulary, you can talk to others in a common language. So you should know all these terms and keep list of your own cheat sheet of your own vocabulary terms that you want to add. But you should know all these terms like what is a proctored exam, hacker rank kya hai, what is functional programming, what are algorithms. So once you know these terms, you can talk intelligibly about these things. What is index in array versus what is a mutable data structure, what is non-mutable, obviously will come. What is slicing of a data structure, what is machine learning, what is a data structure, list kya hota hai, tuple, all of these things, you should know. Once you know this, you can talk to other person in a good, intelligible manner. It's like having good command over English, right? अगर आपका vocabulary अच्छा रहा तो you can talk properly with other person. Yeah.
आफ्टर साहब मुझे यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा चीज ऐड करना है बच्चों के लिए ये PPT तो all learners, this PPT will be shared by Apte sir today. And all these vocabulary terms which he has mentioned, I think if I ask you many of them, you will not be able to answer. So what I want is that after this class, you take up all these terms and Google them and learn them what it is. Okay? Because I'm sure anyone, if I ask, you will not be able to answer more than half of it. So I want you to Google all this terminology and learn about it. Because nobody can teach you complete spoon feeding in the class.
Right. So हमको मतलब try to become Shashi Tharoor of English in this Python. I think that will be the goal you should set for yourself. He is the person with best vocabulary right now in my view. Yeah. So as we learned, we talked about additions, like what is a linear data structure, what is non-linear data structure, what is push pop. So this is my old slide. What is FIFO, first in, first out, first in, first out. Then we talked about deprecated. What is the meaning of deprecated? How features are. All these languages like Python is a very live language. So features are added, and after some time they are deprecated. That means they are removed, and new terms come in. So you have to understand the meaning of deprecated and what features are getting deprecated. Like we are talking about collections API, which was provided earlier, is getting deprecated in 3.1.10, and right now Python is at 3.1.9. So the collections API will be discontinued, and there is a replacement for it. So you should understand all those things. Yeah. So this is my basic revision of last thing that we talked about. Now we'll jump to the job assignment problem, greedy algorithm. That we talked about last time briefly. So what is greedy algorithm? So greedy algorithm is and we talked about various variations of greedy algorithm. Like we talked about knapsack problem, where आपके पास एक bag है and you went into say jewelry shop, and you are a thief, and whatever bag you have can carry only say 2 pounds or 1 kg of goods. So as you go around, what is the maximum value that you can get out of it? So similarly to that, I mean, there are a lot of algorithms which are there. We talked about Dijkstra algorithm last time, and which is example of a greedy algorithm. And today we are going to talk about another greedy algorithm for job assignment. So problem here is very simple. And we talked about this problem in the context of what is it, vehicle maintenance problem, that a company has a huge fleet of cars, and the cars are all over the city, and they have different kinds of problems. You have different kind of workers, and each job has a different kind of priority. So you can relate it here, that you have different jobs. Each of this job has a different deadline, meaning you could say that it's okay. I mean, we talked about maintenance problem. So scheduled job. So मालूम है कि 2 हफ्ते में के बाद we have to do the job, but we may not do it exactly after 2 months, 2 weeks. 2 weeks meaning 14 days. So we can say this work can start after 12 days, and it can happen within 14 days. So if the job is scheduled for on the 12th or 13th day, it will have low priority. So uska deadline will be later. So you can basically, there are deadlines for each of the job. Whereas a person is driving the car, or uska car while working, it has gone down. So deadline will be like immediate deadline. And then you have profit. Profit can be like, again, a priority kind of thing, where you can say, if I do the job, what is the profit of doing that particular job? So based on that, you have to prioritize you have to sequence the job. Or one thing is very clear, that if I am assigning one particular worker on this thing, he will not be able to do all of the jobs. So we talked about traveling salesman problem, जिसमें कि उसको हर मतलब whatever nodes we have in the tree, he has to traverse each of the node. So that is what is a traveling salesman problem. So he has to cover everything. But in here, it is about maximizing. So it's being greedy in getting maximum out of a particular worker or a situation. So that's what greedy algorithms are about. You do best possible thing, you may not get everything done, which is okay. Right. So this is a problem that we are going to solve. We have 5 jobs. Each of the job has a different deadline, and there is a different profit associated or weight associated with each of the problem. And then you say, if I assign a worker, what is it? What is the best output that I can get out of the worker? So that is the problem statement here. Yeah. So let me I'm not sharing my complete screen, so let me share all of my screen and then you can. Can you see my Jupyter notebook?
Yes,
Yes,
Sagar
sir.
sir,
Yeah.
it is visible. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I think in this context, I also talked about how when we send, say, letter, I don't know if you guys send a letter anymore, or actually even we don't send letters anymore. But when you write address, you write name going to Shailendra Kadre, and you'll say flat number this, that, and then Bangalore, Karnataka, and zip code, right? So that's how you write address, and that's how actually programs are written. So I have written this program. I not written this program. I have copied this program. So you have to start from bottom. You have to say you have to go to zip code this. So this is where the main program is. So आपको जो कोड देखना है वो नीचे से देख के ऊपर जाना है इसमें. So I am starting from bottom here. So I have given a data set that there are 5 jobs A, B, C, D, E. Each of it has a different deadline, and each of it has a different profit. And now what I'm doing is I'm calling this print job schedule, so that I can see the what is the output of this, and this is the output, and we'll see how this output comes. What it is saying is available slot 1. So first job it has scheduled is job C. So why job C? Job C is 30. It has maximum profit, and its deadline is like first deadline, right? So it should be done first. After that, it says it has sequence job C. So, after that, it has scheduled job D. So why job D? Because job D has a deadline of 5. So if you look at job B, C, and E, in सबका deadline जो है 1 है. So if I have to maximize my profit, I have to pick job which has maximum profit. So इसका profit 24 है, इसका profit 30 है, इसका profit 20 है. So obviously, it is going to pick this particular job. अगर मैं इस job 24 का deadline 2 कर देता था, and if I say execute this, then after 30 it will say job 2 can be done because it has next profit, right? And after that, the next job you see is job D because it has deadline of 5. So it is picking slot 5, उसमें job number D डाल रहा है. And after that, job A is put last because it has deadline of 6. So that's how you can maximize your output from this particular job that you are given with deadline and profit. So that's what this algorithm is all about. So let's see how this is coded. Yeah. So what it is saying, it is calling this program print job scheduling. Print job scheduling में अगर हम आते हैं तो this is where print job scheduling is. So what is it doing is sort jobs in descending order of based on their profit. So it says what is the profit of each job, उसको pick करके सबसे पहले jobs को sort कर देगा वो. Right, so jobs are sorted, and we can check the sorted process, but right now we'll focus on the algorithm. And then I can also bring about some comparison to other languages, and I was talking about Pythonic programming, that here CMP is passed as a parameter, and CMP actually is a function, right, which is returning profit. So profit के ऊपर से compare करके schedule कर देता. So that is what is a Pythonic way of coding, where you can pass a function as a parameter to other function. So I'm calling sorted, which is a function, and I'm passing comparator, which is actually a function here. So that's exactly what Pythonic way of programming is, and I will show the same program in Python and Java, and then you can see the comparison of different languages and how data structures help. Yeah, and reverse is true, meaning when it is sorting, the top number will be the first number in the sequence. Yeah. So what we have done is whatever we got, we have sorted it in that particular sequence. इसके बाद हमने उसका maximum deadline देखा कि what is the maximum deadline, and for benefit of all, I'm printing this value. So it says maximum deadline is 6. After I have maximum deadline, what I do is this problem is solved using something called a disjoint set. So what we do is set is a data structure we know. So we create a disjoint set where we initialize it with maximum deadline. So for each job, it will put a parent, and when I'm initializing, it will put the parent as itself. So when you guys are all Python experts, so I mean you have learned it enough, so you can understand. So for each of this self, whatever number I'm passing, it is saying for I in range, for I in range this, set parent as itself. So parent is set to I. So for it is iterating through it, and for each of this value, it is putting the parent. Let me do new share and share all of my screen, and this is mainly for ease of understanding that I'm doing this. Go here. So this is the, say I said I copied this program from here, and so यहाँ पे ये init ऐसा कर रहा है. And the guys who don't know, I mean, Anup sir, are you aware of, have you done any Python coding or others? I don't know.
नहीं, थोड़ा बहुत यही प्रोग्राम में किया
थोड़ा
है.
बहुत क्या होगा ना, right? So
हाँ.
see, for person
But I
like
can
me,
understand, yes, yeah, what's
right?
written there.
No, but yeah, for person like me who's you know more comfortable with Java, उसमें वो ऐसा initialize कर रहा है. So and I also wanted to show this to showcase how easy it is to code in Java. So वहाँ पे मैं जब initialize कर रहा हूँ disjoint set class को, I pass this parameter as n, and here I say parent new equal to n this, and then for each of this I'm initializing this, right? So this is like 3 lines of code here, and if I go to Python, it is 1 line of code which is initializing this. So this is the power of Python, and that's where Pythonic way of thinking and coding comes into picture. That you know your 1 line of code has become 3 lines of code in Java has become a single line. You could do it in 3 lines here as well, but then you know that's not Pythonic way of doing it. And the downside is that it becomes slightly difficult to understand for a person like me who does not have Pythonic way of thinking. But the persons, I mean, you guys have started from Python, so it's very easy for you to understand. ये Python से एक लाइन में उसने कर दिया जो यहाँ पे मैंने 3-4 लाइन में काम किया है, या और यहाँ पे उसको पैरामीटर भी डिफाइन करना पड़ा है, पैरामीटर parent, जबकि Python में you don't really need to define it. It just says self.parent. That's all it is doing. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So let's go to the algorithm again. So it says create a disjoint set first of all, and after the disjoint set is created for I in range. So यहाँ पे 6 नंबर है और 5 नंबर है, तो बोल रहा है कि iterate through all and find it. So what it does is, the first thing it does is find slot for that particular deadline. So it will start with the first array में हमारा पहला नंबर जो है 30 वाला है, उसका deadline देखेगा वो. So deadline is another parameter to it. So look at this. Right now I am saying 30 job is needed immediately. So if I say 30 job का priority actually 2 है, and if I run this again, so my first job has become you know still it should have done job E somewhere. वो पहला job ही करता है actually, yeah. Okay. Still doing job B, yeah. So you see here available slot, it has put job number B now, because my 30 job which is highest priority का deadline जो है, which is I'm passing as a parameter here. So it is saying for this array which is you know first element is going to be 30, उसका deadline क्या है? So deadline is 2. So it is fine, it will find available slot for it, and then it does something like merge sort. So job ka it says available slot -1, and then so let's see what is done in the find method. I may not be able to explain it fully because it is very compact program, but it says whatever parameter I have got, agar if you remember this parent thing, right? Parent was initialized with itself. So agar uska parent is same, both are same, then it returns itself. Otherwise it will do recursion and find it. So in this case, first time it is going to find available slot is 2. तो यहाँ से available slot जो मिलेगा उसका 2 मिलेगा, और वहाँ से उसको निकाल के it will reset the disjoint array. So हमारा जो disjoint array था उसका values जो है continuously change हो रहा है, and then that's how it is finding it, and then finding the sequence job basically here. So for that I will say this is the sequence job. It is a very compact program and very difficult for a person like me to explain. But if you want to see, the other thing I wanted to bring out in this class was, the help of why do we need data structures. So set is a data structure which is common for all languages. Because of that, I can solve the problem in Java as well as C++. So exactly same, because now I have written an algorithm using this data structures, and I can write algorithm which is almost same. The only thing is method में थोड़ा अलग होगा. यहाँ पे भी लिखेगा कि merge find this. However, the merge program written here could be slightly different. Merge, yeah. So it will basically, so that's the difference here. यहाँ पे भी recursive program लिखा है उसने, but it is written slightly differently. Yeah. So that's the advantage of having data structures and algorithm, that you can write program almost similar. If you look at this program C here, C++, it has created a struct and written this ID, deadline, profit. Python में सब करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है, but that's okay. Then he has created another struct which is a disjoint set, and उसने link डाला है parent का, and then doing the stuff. Find, if you look at methods, they are exact same. Find, merge, comparator to find the highest thing. If you look at this in Python, it is like one line code again, but here you have to write 2 jobs and then do it. Find maximum deadline. So everything is done very similar manner. The program driver and everything is exact same. सिर्फ ये मेथड का implementation जो है वो language specific हो रहा है. So that's what data structures give you. They give you standard algorithms to solve any problem. Yeah. Okay. So and I had shared this URL with you. So go through it. It explains the program very well. क्या क्या कर रहा है वो? How it is solving the problem using disjoint sets. All. So it says all time slots are individual sets initially. Then we first find the maximum deadline for all jobs. Then we create m+1 individual sets. If job is assigned to time slot T, then it is assigning jobs to time slot, and then with maximum profit. So a set with value x represent time slot of x-1. We need to keep track of greatest time slot available for which can be allotted given job. And we use parent array of disjoint set for this purpose. So parent का जो था उसका use यहाँ पे करता है. The root of tree is always set to the latest slot available, right? So we keep moving from one slot to another and do the job. Yeah. So इसमें पूरा explanation भी दिया हुआ है कि how it has solved the problem. But yeah, this is a very good site. You should definitely go through this. And
sir, you can embed this link in the PPT itself. While PPT sharing, it will be permanent.
yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
Yeah, embed that in the PPT itself.
Right. And I think another challenge that I have given to guys here is that, this site, and like a lot of other slides, the programs are actually solved by individuals. So this code is contributed by Rajesh Srivastava. So, I would challenge you guys to come up with solutions and suggest it so that your name shows up in the contributors list. So that would be a great thing, that you can do for yourself. Yeah. Okay. So, that's actually all I had for today. And then, they have contributed contributions. They have videos also for a lot of programs, and they have other solutions for greedy algorithm. कैसे कैसे solve किया. And other thing we had talked about in algorithm was complexities of algorithm. So how complexity of this algorithm is, or time taken by this algorithm is reduced by disjoint set. So study that also. Right now it is the original solution that we talked about in the last meeting was taking n square time. So there's a notation we talked about, big O notation, where if I have 100 elements to solve, if it is 100, the notation was 100, that means it is going to take 100, it is linear. Agar 100 entries, it is going to take 100 units of time. And if I make it 1000 elements, then it will take 1000 elements of time. So the last time the algorithm देखा था हमने, it was basically n square algorithm. So 100 values है, so it's going to take 10,000 units of time. And you can imagine that the time taken to solve the problems is going to increase exponentially. But this one is n log n kind of thing, where it is not increasing exponentially, because we are doing disjoint arrays and we keep filtering items. So we keep reducing number of entries to process one after another. So that's another thing you should look at in this algorithm, that what is the complexity and why a particular algorithm is better than other algorithm. Yeah. And guys, I'm very fast while I'm speaking. So agar kuch doubts ho to please feel free to ask. Yeah. So that's all I have right now. Any questions?